everybody, and welcome to another Planet Coaster video and another video in Tropic Sunnyside. Sorry about that if the sound suddenly went quiet and then back loud again. Basically the new microphone I'm using, it sort of slipped a bit, but it should be okay now. And that gets me on to the fact that this is the same microphone I used in my Disney Infinity video that I did. It worked really well, and if you watch that I'm sure you'll know that the sound quality was really good, so we've kept it and we're using it again for this video, so hope the sound is just as good in this as it was in that video. And I'm sure those of you watching will know, but as I'm recording this I've got no idea because, well, I can't hear myself back when I'm speaking, obviously, so that's why I don't know. But obviously I will check after the video and stuff to see how it went. But yeah, as you can see, if I remember rightly, in the last episode I don't think we had finished this coaster properly. I might be wrong, but I don't seem to remember finishing this. It's actually a while since I did a Planet Coaster video now. But yeah, basically we were building this. Well, it's actually not Mac. I did get corrected in the first video I did of building this. Someone commented telling me that it wasn't Mac. By the way, not on the Smiler, if you're wondering. If you didn't know, the Smiler's this roller coaster that's all this theme about hypnotism and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm sure you all know about that. But anyway, I did say that I thought it was a Mac Mega Coaster style, and someone corrected me in that video and said it's Premier Rides, not Mac. They did sound like I should have known that, so I am sorry about that. Maybe I should have done my research before I did that video, but yeah, so it's a Premier launch coaster. Premier Rides, if you didn't know, are the people who made rides such as Full Throttle at Six Flags. I actually never heard of them until someone told me, well, the person in the comments told me. So I went and looked it up, and I found out I don't actually know any other rides that they've made, but that one for certain. It's a very famous roller coaster at Six Flags Magic Mountain in California that I've never got to go to, but one day you never know. Anyway then, what we're doing now is I'm just fast forwarding the time till we get today, and then what we're going to do is, I've done a lot of updates around this, so we're probably going to check some of that out. Then by the time we finish that, what we'll do is we'll check how long the video is, sort of the time, and then we'll decide what we're going to do after that, because there is quite a few updates I have to show you, which I thought would be good. So let's go and ride the entire ride then. As you can see, there's all trees around it now. So I believe we got to the bit where there was this cove roll over the lake. So just trying to figure out whereabouts we are at the moment. Oh, going through that tunnel now. So then we go into this cove roll over the lake, and then we sort of come down here around the corner and up, and then down into this final section. So as you can see, I built up all the terrain around it now, so it's all sort of sorted out and done. So what we'll do now is we'll ride the entire thing. I know you've seen sort of the last third of the ride, but we're going to do an entire ride through, and at some point I'll have a full POV of this ride and the other rides that I've built so far, like we did in RCT3. We're going to do the exact same in this series. So we've just got to wait for people to get on. That's the only annoying thing about doing this, but I want to show the entire thing because I've added in a couple of more tunnels and stuff when I've been shaping the terrain, which I'm sure you can see. So hopefully soon enough someone... And if you're wondering why the launch is quite slow, it's kind of a gentle launch. With these type of rides, they're not like the accelerator ones where you have a proper fast launch. But yeah, they still got a bit of kick. So as you can see, we go through this tunnel up into the overbank turn. Then we go into this bit of airtime here. And this is the roughest bit here when we go into this sort of ravine. And we go over this loop. It's a very big loop actually. So around this corner. And then we tend to keep the speed up after this. And then we go into this hidden corkscrew. As you can see, I've sort of built that round the terrain into this corner. Then we go into a second launch to give it a bit of a kick. Up into this corner here. And down over the airtime hills. I think you've seen this bit before now, but yeah. Into the Cobra roll. And then into this last bit of airtime here. And then round to the right, into the brakes, and there you have it. And I've not actually named this ride yet, because I don't believe you can name them. That's actually a thing you need to ask you, how you name your rides, because I've got no idea. But yeah, let's have a little look from off-ride. So as you can see, I've added all these trees sort of around the ride. And then that's pretty much everything there is to show. So then the other rides, you'll be able to see that this has had a bit of a change. And this, I actually think I might retrack a little bit, because there's a bit that's like really slow, and I think it'd be better to sort of keep it close to the ground and add a bit of air time into there. But you'll see what we mean when we get onto the rides. So, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
And we got it just in time. So yeah, you get a bit hit in the face by them branches, but never mind. So we go up the vertical lift here. And then down the over vertical drop. Into the loop. Into the overbank turn. So I've actually come up with a name for this, and it's called Treetops Coaster. So I put all trees around it, as you can see, into the bit of airtime there. And then we go into yet another Cobra roll. I like putting Cobra rolls in. And then into a brake run here. And down this bank corner, up to the left, into the helix. Now here, I think I'm going to take out this sort of flat section and sort of put in a bit more air time. So here we go over sort of here, which is the bit I'm going to take out probably, into the Heartline roll, around the final corner, into the station, and that's Treetops Coaster. So, another thing I did is I put these paths sort of here that take you down there. And then you can go onto this teacups ride that we're actually, now I've come to think of it, we need to put some sort of trees round here to sort of camouflage this. Sort of meant to be themed around sort of a toadstool, that sort of ride. So, I don't think I've actually shown off scenery in a video yet. So, we're going to get a tree. If I could just search tree. Oh, actually, I think trees are in the next bit. I am sorry about this. This is quite new to me, this scenery aspect of the game, because I've mainly been playing with the rides. And And as you might be able to hear, the teacups have set off. Naturally, trees are here. I think I'm going to use... Actually, they're bushes. Let's search tree and see what we get. There we go. So I'm trying to remember what tree I used. Like, everyone kind of has a tree that they like. And I'm just trying to find the tree that I use. No, it's not one of them. I have a feeling, and I think I'm right, that it was the sycamore trees. And I believe it was this second one here that I used. So you can pretty much, like RCT3, just place these down. And it's gone night. I am sorry I keep on changing it back to day, but I literally can just not stand it when it goes to night. Like, building is like so difficult. I mean, the teacups sort of give off a bit of light, but still not ideal. And also, something I've got to say about this, I know it's in alpha, and RCT3 was kind of the same. They need to make it so you can sort of theme the rides a bit more, like change the texture. So say I wanted to change it to sort of wood, and I wanted sort of to blend in with the scenery a bit more. I mean, this is alright what we got, but it kind of, it's like you go into all this nice forest and then you suddenly come to that and it just stands out too much. Like, I want to sort of be able to hide my rides away. That means if anyone from Planet Coaster is watching, which is highly unlikely, but you never know, we would like to see that you'd be able to theme rides a bit better. And I know you can use sort of scenery outside of the rides, but I want to be able to sort of theme, like you can build sort of a station for your roller coasters, custom stations, which I still need to have a look at. I'm not actually done that yet, but certainly something we will be doing soon. Like, I think flat rides always are a bit sort of left out. Like, it's all about the roller coasters, but if you go to a real theme park, then you'll know that it's not just about the roller coasters. Yes, roller coasters are what make a park for me, but it wouldn't be a theme park if it just had roller coasters. And that's what I'm trying to get across here. And I know it's in alpha, and to be honest, I'm actually really impressed with what they managed to achieve with an alpha, but it's definitely something that they need to look at some point. So I'm basically here trying to camouflage the ride as much as possible without it sort of standing out. Right, there we go. And then probably put a few more trees around here. So right, that should be good enough. So what I'm actually going to do now is sort of see how long we got left. Oh, we've got a bit of time left for yet, so I might actually try and show you a bit more of the queues for some of the roller coasters, and then we might look at going into our next area, which is going to kind of blend quite well into sort of the area we've already done. with the, oh, what do you call it? The forest. Like where the teacups and the Eurofighter are. Now, looking at this park, I've not done a good job at structuring this park at all. It looks lovely, but I mean, let me show you an example. I mean, look at this entrance area. You sort of come out through these trees, and then boom, there's a roller coaster right there. There's literally hardly any room for anyone for any breathing space. It's just too much for the entrance of a park, really, in my opinion. And I'm actually going to do a tutorial, probably when the full game comes out, of how to make an entrance to a theme park and a good way to structure them, because it's not that I don't know, it's kind of basically this part was kind of my Alpha 3 test. Sort of came in and I was like, oh yeah, let's build a ride that they've added in Alpha 3, see what Alpha 3 is like. So I kind of just came in, plonked a ride down as close to the entrance as possible, and then sort of went from there. And then it was so good that I just decided that we could turn this into an entire park. And it, as much as it's turned out really well, in fact we've probably been quite lucky with how well this has actually turned out. It's not a good example of how you should structure a proper park. Like, when the full game comes out in November, we're probably going to abandon this park and then go and start making a full sort of thing. But for now, we're just going to stay here. But I will show you when that comes out how to do an entrance and that sort of stuff. So, what I thought I'd bring you to now is my queues. I just sort of show you how I did them, and I'm actually going to get rid of that because I don't want to accidentally place a tree. And oh my word, look at the queue for the whatever that ride's called, that roller coaster. Like, how long is that queue? And it's running on one train service as well. I might need to try change that. Like, oh my word. And you'll see how far that goes. Like, okay, it does move quite fast actually, but just look at it. So that queue, what happens is, it starts off sort of, oh, I'm trying to get at an angle where I can show you. Let's see. Right, it starts off there, and then it sort of goes up there, all the way over there, all the way down there, and oh, there's trees blocking my way. Then you sort of go around the trees and to there. That is one heck of a big queue. And I might at some point add some block breaks in or something to sort that out. And then sort of the entrance goes there and up, down. And another thing I might actually do is add a, you can add like a fast pass at Disney sort of system to the rides, and add a sort of another queue. So I might actually go back to this ride and sort of do that. What I might actually do is I'll put sort of the exit sort of on that side, because, well, I just pointed, but then I realised you won't be able to see. On the side that's got no entrance or exit, I think I might move the exit to that and sort of redo that path, so that's the fast pass path, so that people can then get on a bit quicker, because that is just a much bigger queue than I anticipated. Anyway, I'm gonna yet again speed up time, and then we're gonna sort of try and get round all this lot into a themed area. So what we'll need to do is we'll need to do another path. I know I've already started the path. What I'll do then is I will go into my path editor. And another thing with these paths is, and they have actually done a little update to sort of improve this, you can't really, like, they've added this sort of drawing system for paths where you physically draw your path, so you can put in curves and stuff, and that's great because in RCT3 you could not do that. It was all a grid system, and yeah, the problem with this is, and it really does bug me, you can't get like square paths. Like, the thing is, in RCT3 you couldn't do circle paths, which is bad. In this you can't do square paths. It's either one or the other. We don't seem to get both for some reason. So, and the reason mainly want square paths is for entrance plazas, which I will cover in the tutorial of how to build a park. It's very difficult to make a realistic entrance plaza when you've got this. I know, look at that. I am not going to be able to build. Oh dear. Right. How am I going to fix this? The only way I can think of is to do a thinner path. And by the way, I just remembered, guys, thank you for continuing to sort of support the channel. We're on 46 subscribers now, and I'm just really happy. Basically, I can't believe, because I know we got 40 a good few weeks ago, but in these last couple of weeks we have got another 3 or 4 subscribers, so thank you for all your support, guys. The channel is doing really well, and I am. This is why you have to build, or a good idea is to build, a entrance plaza, because look what's happened now. I cannot go around there to build the area I want to. Yeah, this is how not to build a park, basically. In other words, do not do what I've done, because it will not work out. And oh my, right, I am literally going to have to build a path all the way around there so that I can get to an area which is like, yeah, I'm in a bit of trouble here, because what I want to do is build a path around the back of that teacups ride to there to put another coaster in, but that is going to be really hard. Right, I think what we'll have to do, I did want to start the coaster, but I think we're just going to have to build this path and then call it a day, because yeah, this isn't ideal at all. Today's lesson is, if you're building a theme park, or should I say today's video's lesson is, if you're building a theme park, do not go straight into an area. Build an entrance plaza, because it's going to make you be able to access stuff so much easier. Because otherwise you're going to have to do what I'm doing and sort of build sort of paths. Another actually alternative is sort of what I call the tree system. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's sort of like Alton Towers entrance, where you got Tower Street, and then you have sort of this sort of like, you can either go left or right. Right, if you've been, you'll know. Left takes you to sort of Mutiny Bay, Katanga Canyon, Gloomy Wood and Forbidden Valley. And then if you go right, you get to CBeebies Land, Adventureland, X Sector. And then you can also kind of go into the gardens through the middle that way. So that system also works. And if you go and look at Alton Towers map, you'll kind of see it's kind of like a tree. And then the branches are sort of the paths going to the different areas, and then the areas are sort of the leaves, if you see what I mean. Oh my word, look at that path. Yeah. You do not want to do what I've done, guys. Because that's what will happen. But oh my... How big did I build that ride? I wonder if she can extend parts, because that pond goes all the way to there, and then we've only got that little area. Right. Let's look at it from up there. Like, in RCT3 you could sort of extend the parks, but I don't believe you can in this. I will do some research, but I don't think that is possible to do that. Because I had lots of ideas for so many rides, and then as much as that's a brilliant ride, I don't know where I'm going to build my other stuff. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to check how long we got left. I don't know if we'll get onto building anything in this video. I don't think we will. But, yeah. Yeah, we'll probably run out of time, guys. We're not going to get a chance to build anything. But at least I managed to showcase what I've done to you outside of videos so that you can see that. In the next episode, we're going to hopefully start getting into our next themed area and building another sort of more family coaster. We've done 2 big thrill rides. This next area is going to be sort of more family environment. So thank you for watching, and also tomorrow's episode of Agent B Weekly, we're not going to do one. I know I said it'd be every fortnight, but there's not a lot that's happened. I've kind of already gone over it in this video anyway. That means it'll be another Let's Play of some sort. I'm not decided yet, but I will let you know as soon as possible. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next